Welcome back to the Ford Shop Yard, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Ryan. Now, what I'm going to be doing today, I'm going to tell you a little bit about modern transmissions and why they're sealed units. Now, like in my 2001 Ford F-150 Super Crew here, transmission has a dipstick. But if you take let's say you take a 2018 Ford Focus, Ford Fusion, whatever, they have sealed transmissions. Toyotas, Hondas, Lexus, all modern cars have sealed transmissions for one main reason. It's cheaper to make them. It's cheaper to make them without a dipstick, which dipstick only costs, probably a few bucks. But no, they can't stick it in. They gotta go lazy and put a sealed transmission. I can't check my fluid. Well, today I'm gonna show you how to do it. Now, most all cars today are automatic transmissions with no dipstick, as I just mentioned. They're sealed units. Now, again, take my F-150 here. 4-speed automatic transmission, but this is a 2001, so it's got a dipstick. It's 20 years old. Again, got a dipstick. Now, one fluid no one ever thinks about is the automatic transmission fluid. And that's the one fluid, along with your engine oil, you need to make sure you change. Change your oil and filter every 5,000 miles, and change your transmission fluid and filter every 50,000 miles. Now, sealed automatic modern transmissions do not have filters. All it is just drain it out and fill it back up with how much came out. Drain and fill is all it is. Simple as that. But any transmission, I don't care if it's from 2022 to 1960, you need to change the fluid regularly. Like I said, transmission fluid, it's not a lifetime fluid. You ask the people at the dealership, what's the warranty on your automatic transmission? They're going to say 60,000, 80,000 miles. Do you want your transmission going out then at that low mileage? I don't. So change your fluid every 40,000, 50,000 miles. You'll never have any problems. Now, if we go under my F-150 here, kind of hard to see, but if you look right there, right where that little piece of string's hanging down, right past that, there's the transmission pan. All you got to do to change the fluid and filter is drop the pan, change it again, let it drain, drop it, change the filter, clean the pan, and some of the gaskets are always reusable. You can use them over and over and over, never have any problems as long as you don't damage them, taking them on and putting them on, off and putting them on. Now, take my F-150 here. 4-speed automatic transmission. 310,000 miles, still runs and shifts like a dream. Here's the dipstick. Not real hard. Now, going over here, show you this. Let's see, where's that? There it is. There's the fluid. Tells you how much to put in, and your low line, your high line, and change it every 50,000 miles, and you'll never have any problems. Now, when you're checking your automatic transmission fluid, again, modern cars don't have dipsticks, but on something like my Ford here, what you want to do, crank it up, let it get up to operating temperature, have somebody sit in the driver's seat and put it in neutral, hold their foot on the brake. Pull your dipstick out, and it should be right on the full mark. Make sure it's hot when you check it. You always want to check it when it's in neutral and it's hot. Gives you the most accurate reading possible. And when it comes to sealed transmissions, you can't check them. But as long as you change it every 40,000, 50,000 miles, just drain out what comes out and fill it back up with the exact amount that come out, and measure it, put it back in, away you go. Not that hard. Also, modern transmissions do not have filters. And it's just, like I said, say it again, it's drain and fill, no filter. But like my Ford here, it's got 310,000 miles, over 310,000 miles. So it runs and shifts like a dream. Fluid's been changed every 50,000 miles. Never had any problems. That's the one fluid no one ever thinks about. It's the transmission fluid. You need to change it if you don't want to spend $8,000-$10,000 on a new transmission. Most people never check their fluid or change it. And I'll give you a perfect example of what I'm talking about. In 2020, I went out and bought me a used 2016 Ford Fusion with a 1.5 liter EcoBoost motor, and I believe it was a 4-speed automatic. Now, when I got it, it had 70,000 miles on it. Shipped it like a dream. I changed the oil every 5,000 miles. Should have changed the transmission fluid, but I didn't know, I had no records. I didn't know what, if anybody had changed it or not. But 18,000 miles later, at 88,808 miles, I think it was, transmission went out. And I was about 40 minutes from home, and the transmission went out. I had to sit on the side of the road for about 3 hours to wait on somebody to come get me. Call a tow truck to come get the car and haul it home. Now, as I said, I didn't know the history of the car. I mean, we bought it used, and the fluid should have been changed every 40,000 miles, and then I had to change it again at 80,000. But again, didn't know nothing about it. Didn't know, if it had been changed or not. And it was a sealed unit. I couldn't check it. Okay, so there is a little there was a little plug down there on top of the transmission to fill it up. I figured it may have been low on fluid. I put about 3 quarts in. Didn't change a thing. Now, it could sit overnight after that. It sat overnight, and I got up the next morning, went out and cranked it up, drove it around the block. It did fine, no problems. By the time I get back in the yard, it starts acting up where it won't shift again, dropping in and out of gear, revving up real high. I said, yeah, transmission's gone. So, long story short, I got my tax money. I said, I want to go have my transmission fixed. $5,000. But really didn't want to spend that money and do that. I mean, I wanted to, but I didn't want to. So long story short, again, I just let the car go back, and let it go back, because I just didn't have the time. I was working and had more important things I had to do, bills I had to pay and things like that. But change your fluid every 50,000 miles, and you'll never have any problems. Drain and fill modern cars. I don't care what kind of car you have, modern car. It's got a sealed transmission. You can't check the fluid. Change it every 50,000 miles. Never have any problems. But thanks for watching this episode of the Ford Shop Yard, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, if you enjoy my content, please hit that notification bell, subscribe to my channel so you never miss another one of my episodes. Thank you. Have a great day.